We have somebody with us tonight. I'd like to say a few words. He was somebody who was actually there in Minnesota when this went down. In fact, he was Jesse Ventura's media guru, also Paul Wellstone's media guru, the man who did our television commercials. Let's give a big Austin welcome to Bill Hillsman. Bill?
I just got off a plane 55 minutes ago from Minnesota, which is the last place something like this happened. The night before the election in Minnesota, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for 15 years. I saw all these idealistic people who kept saying, Jesse's going to win, isn't he? Jesse's going to win. And I didn't want him to be disappointed. I said, no, he's not going to win. I don't want you to be disappointed. The best we can do is maybe 28, 29, 30%. I was wrong. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I was wrong because everybody that Monday night came out on Tuesday, and everybody went and got somebody else to vote, and they got somebody else to vote, and they got somebody else to vote, and Jesse Ventura became governor with 37% of the vote. So that's what we got to do here, too. What's got to happen in order to pull this thing off is it's a long race. It's been a real long race. He's tired. Doesn't he look tired?
I'll sleep when I'm governor.
Kinky says he'll sleep when he's governor. So everybody's tired. This has been a long race, but you can't be tired till Wednesday. You can't be tired until Wednesday. On Tuesday night, you got to ask yourself, you got to look in a mirror, you got to look at your friends and say, did we do everything we could possibly do to get a vote out for Kinky Friedman? If you said yes, come to the party late, we'll have a great time, and we're going to win on Tuesday. Thanks.
Let me also just introduce, just to wave the other half of the Minnesota Mafia, our campaign director, Senator Dean Barkley from Minnesota. Dean? All right, we will. Now, folks, you got to be honest about things. You got to be honest. You got to tell somebody when they got a booger on their nose, okay? You got to tell George Bush, you got a booger on your nose, it's called Iraq, okay? You got to tell Rick Perry that, too. And November 7th is the perfect time to tell Perry he's got a booger on his nose. In fact, he's got a few of them. All I see, and I like Rick personally. I got nothing against the guy. But all I see that he's done is ban gay marriage, which I don't agree with because I think love is bigger than government. And I've said that they have every right to be just as miserable as the rest of us. And Robin Williams has used the line in his new movie. And I think me or Robin Williams is going to win this race Tuesday. I think something really, really unpredictable is going to happen. And it could very, very well happen because the early voting is so enormous. There's a lot of little polls that aren't scientific, folks. There's the one from Pensacola, Florida, that the guy who blogged our website, I don't know how you blog or how, I guess the guy, whatever he did, he's a sailor in Pensacola, and there are 220 U.S. sailors there from Texas in this one base in Pensacola. And 220 of them are voting absentee. 190 are voting for us. Okay? How all this translates, we're about to find out. Other than the booger on the nose, actually, I would just like to say that this has been great. I want to thank everybody, and I want to invite everybody to Schultz's Beer Garden Tuesday night. That's open to the world. We win this thing, we're going to see, we have a chance to see a real Camelot in Texas. I mean, we can see a kick-ass 4 years, folks, where, when I say musicians will run the state instead of politicians, young people will run the state. The people that devote their lives to helping others, those are the people that will be elevated by this win. And by that, It'll be a bad day for lobbyists. It'll be a bad day for the Trans-Texas Corridor. And a bad day for the tax test. And it'll be a great day for Texas. Texas, if you vote, Texas is going to win. All I promise and pledge to bring, folks, is what George Washington originally said we needed in government: common sense and common honesty. That's what I want to bring to the table. So thank you very much for coming down, everybody. I see our chief fundraiser over there, Kay. How you doing, Kay? All right. Kay Wyckoff, done a great job, Kay. Folks, what we're up against, you know, it really is the people versus the politicians here. There is no question about it. That's what this is. I got nothing against the Democrats or the Republicans, but they both really have become the same person, the same guy admiring himself in the mirror. That's what they've become. And man, they never get off their ass except to attack each other. That's the only time we see anything from those people. So this is a chance. It's a time for choosing. And I know you'll make the right choice, but the young people that have been excited and inspired by this campaign have inspired me as well. And I'll tell you again what I tell them. I tell them, if you're old enough to fight in Iraq, you're old enough to help us fix Texas, you know. And I remind them that Cesar Chavez is not a street. And that Martin Luther King ain't a boulevard either. And I remind them that Ronnie Reagan's not an airport. JFK's not an airport. Those are real people, man. Real people just like us. They dreamed a little bigger maybe than most people. And they knew for sure the cavalry is not coming to save us. Don't wait for that. Let's fix things ourselves. Let's do it right here in Texas. And that's why I say, ask not if you're proud of Texas. Ask if you've made Texas proud of you. I thank you very much for coming. God bless all of you. Let's do it. Let's go. Come on. Tuesday. Onward through the fog, all right? Come on. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.